Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here with me. So apparently I guess my posting is gonna be a bit sporadic, but I guess that's okay as long as I'm enjoying it and you as well. So today's subject for the reading is gonna be who is coming into your life. So overall this is gonna be, as I said previously, a general reading. Expect that you can find things that you'll resonate a lot and things that maybe not 100% applicable to you. Applicable, I don't know what's the word. So what I'm planning to do here with these cards is, the ones you see here are gonna be your description. I've picked those for those of you who can see whether that's you or whether the description of the cards represent you. And basically if that's the case, then as I said, continue on watching, because it's gonna be for you. And so the next questions are gonna be, first was your description, second their description, then the third one is gonna be the nature of the relationship, or let's say this question is gonna pertain to the aspect of it being romantic, general, friendship, or what kind of interaction you're gonna have with them. And the last one is gonna be the relationship configuration and overall dynamics. I guess that will cover some aspects from the present, future, like present, or let's say the present that's gonna happen in the future, but configuration and probably meaning of the relationship as per general. So let's dive right into the reading. So your pile, first one is with the stone Unakite, this green one, as you can see. So these cards are gonna be representing you. Okay, that's funny, and I'm gonna be telling you why, basically. So with the Wheel of Fortune, the people who have come here are the ones who would be referred to as the lucky ones, because the Wheel of Fortune is the card of luck, of chances, of a person who is considered to be lucky in life or to be seen as such. It's a bit of a contrast here with these two cards, because on one side probably that's the opinion of others of you, because I got you here with the Queen of Cups. You know, some other aspect that's coming here in the reading that's a bit funny is the fact that you could be you could be a bit spoiled, but like not in a bad way. I see you as being picky, probably because the Wheel of Fortune is a card that is like an offering, and that Queen of Cups is like has turned her back on that card, meaning that you are very selective in your life. You could have high standards, you could be very up in the sky with your expectations sometimes. Why I see that? Because, as I said, the Queen of Cups could be a person that, or who is not very, let's say, eager to accept everything and to be like open to every type of relationship in their life. I see that as well with the Ring card. I sense the first pile as being the person who is capable of like full commitment to a person, but that's not gonna happen like overnight. I see that pile as being on one hand very selective, and on the other being very committed when it comes to entering relationships. So while you are right to have expectations, it feels as though, why am I saying even that? Like, people could judge you for having high expectations, but at the same time, if you commit or if you find a worthy person, then basically that's it. You can be very giving to that relationship, and you can be all in. Like, I see fair play here in these cards. I see here like let's say pure conscience person when it comes to how they operate in their expectations and their like wishes or what they want from life. And it might seem from the exterior like you're the lucky person and you're not accepting everything in your life, but I actually believe that there is some sort of wise discernment here with those cards, and that you're right to have those like traits. As I said, probably like even if people are gonna basically judge you and say like you can't, why are you not fulfilled, or why are you not grateful, or something like this. You know, the shadow side could be also that you could be lacking gratitude, or could be sometimes overlooking lots of, let's say, lucky or prosperous stuff in your life. Though I'm not wanting to like shame you or something like this. I just wanted to say that this message kind of popped up here in this reading, because as I said, the Queen, as you can see, is in reverse, so that means you could be prone to that in that specific time frame in which you have found this video. So yeah, that was a funny description, to be honest, and actually I a bit enjoyed it, because I really like those types of people. Give me a moment to like close the window because there's so much noise. Okay, so I'm back. So if that resonated with you, then I'm happy and I'm very thankful to have you. But let's follow up with what person is coming into your life. And this is not specifically romantic reading, but we'll see what shows up in here. So 3 of Cups. I'm still withholding the message to see what other cards are gonna show. Okay, so that's very funny. That's very... okay. So right off the bat, what I can say with the 3 of Cups, in general, 3 of Cups is a card of friendships or of meaningful connections, or of friendships that are strictly, let's say, concerned with having fun. So I see here this pile specifically has either one or two people that are gonna be coming into their life. The time frame for this is not gonna be like years. I'm specifically setting the intention for this reading to be like more like weeks, months. Some of you, this could even be like you could be on the precipice of finding this, but yeah, maybe I'll draw a card for the timing. So you're basically here either are already playing hard to get, or you will be. And why am I saying that? You see, the 3 of Cups is a card of having lots of engaging connections. And I feel as though there is a person either from the present, like from the present that you know, or the past, that has been showing you some signs or efforts to like try to attract your attention, or to like give you signs that they are fighting for you, because I see that card. And I see them either struggling to like leave their one, it could be comfort zone, and second could be like literally trying to leave your friend zone, like trying to pursue you somehow and to make things be more than friendships. And I feel as though they either felt like they failed with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, or you're just not giving them the attention, because I see here the Queen of Cups in the description as being of a person that is not very keen or eager to show lots of signs of affection. So yeah, that was, I don't know why, but this showed up like a person that is coming into your life being more past oriented. Like I see someone basically showing signs of interest and you being basically uninterested in them. I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. This is just an information. I saw that with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Basically, you're not giving them the chance. You're retreating with the that's Four of Swords. That's basically like not showing attention at all, not giving signs of interests, like not even in a polite way. Like that's basically in a direct way saying that it seems like you're behaving towards them like a cold rock or a frozen like piece of ice somehow in the relationship with, because the Four of Swords is a card of complete lack of action, like no signs, no facial expression or something like this. It's funny, but yeah. So actually I planned on giving that description, but it seems like that was not, yeah, that was meant like for your first pile. But let's see, this card was more pertaining to the description. This could be a Page of Wands. So first pile, what I want to tell you, you're gonna have romantic interests like that one, probably from the past or from the present that you've recently met, and you're gonna have a page. I see here them being represented by the Emperor in reverse and the Knight of Wands, and basically the Strength card. It feels as though you're a very significant person for those of you who are trying, for those people who are trying to pursue you, and you like to gatekeep quite a lot. Like I see that with those cards, and let's say for now, I don't see a worthy partner of the description that I saw here. So I'm afraid that there is still like an element of I'm still gonna have to wait. But because the Page and the Seven of Wands, these people are not very like, let's say, are they worthy of your attention? Should you like keep them in your life? Don't exclude them from your life, but basically keep an eye on them or keep an eye on those relationships, because they could evolve, they could level up. I don't know who you are, but it feels funny because those people who are trying to approach you, and this is basically a romantic, that's a romantic context for the reading. I see the Emperor in reverse as a man who is like either very anxious or very like in their mind or overthinking a connection with you. Knight of Wands in the reverse could be a person that literally has flied off or flied in, sorry, in your life, because that's a very hasteful energy when it comes to the Knight of Wands, and it's very fiery. It feels as though these people are much less emotionally stable than you are. You, on the other hand, feel like the Strength card and the Temperance card. It feels as though you've got the upper hand here in the relationship, in the sense that you evoke in them lots of emotions, and it feels as though you are more of a person who is the stable one, which is quite peculiar to see. I mean, that's normal, that's okay. That's just a funny dynamic to see in the reading. And it's even more funnier because I asked who is gonna come into your life, and it feels as though you're not gonna give them the chance. And yeah, that's just. So over time I see you finding a magician, but basically this could either be long-term thing in which you'll have to know that person very well, and you may find that the tables might turn, in the sense that you could be interested this time in them and they could not show you all the interest signs right away. But I feel as though this relationship, like with the magician, this is gonna be a person that, let's say, unifies all the necessary aspects that would signify for you a quality, a worthy relationship or a good relationship for you. The magician card, as a description, is a person who has abundance, who has all the necessary stuff for you to consider their life to be a successful one, okay one. Yeah, successful is the best word. Though I want to warn you here with those cards that you're gonna find this connection to be a bit tricky in the beginning, because this person feels like they're a bit complicated, and you're gonna be showing, probably you're gonna be showing at first signs of interest, and then things are gonna like not spiral, just gather that snowflake effect, you know. And that person finding out that you like them in you like them back is gonna make them feel like a chosen one, something like this, and they're gonna basically reciprocate that energy back. So I'm a bit all over the place here with the first pile already, because well, we are already in the reading for 15 minutes. Let's jump into the nature of the relationship that you're gonna have with this magician. This person that is represented by the magician basically is not gonna come very fast. I mean, right now you know only the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands, and these people are not like worthy of your interest right now. As I said, probably don't exclude them from your life, but just know that in time a magician person will come into your life. How you're gonna know that this is the person? Well, you're gonna know first of all with your feelings, because you're basically gonna have feelings for that person, and they're gonna be very, let's say, hard to not see. They're gonna be in your face, basically. You're not gonna be able to like miss them, because that person seems to be very, let's say, very eye-catching. That probably is the word. They may like the attention, they may like the spotlight, or the spotlight fits their character or their appearance or something like this. And yeah, one thing that you should know is that from the beginning it may not be as you may like it, like you may not, like if you have something in mind, like them approaching you, that may not at first take place, because I see that person being very distracted by those activities and those exterior stuff, you know. Let's see what's gonna be the nature of relationships. That's perfect. That's the Two of Cups, that's the Five of Wands, okay, and that's the Nine of Wands. Okay, so I see here the good news and I see here the bad news in regards to this person, because this person feels to me like a complex one, and this relationship being also a complex one. You could call it a soulmate, twin flame, whatever you believe in. But what I want to say here, this is gonna be both a fulfilling relationship and a difficult one as well, because well, the good news per general and the optimistic news is that in the end you're gonna find the Ten of Cups with that person. I see you getting along in the end, but it might start from this, from the Two of Cups. It might continue in the Five of Wands, that meaning you could have like small conflicts, or basically you could have different values, you could have different directions in your life, you could have disagreements with that person, and I see them melting away as time goes. Like I see you gaining some sort of compatibility with that person for the sake of the relationship, or the relationship being so important to both of you that it makes you basically enjoy both of your companies without involving the stuff that you disagree upon. Because I don't know if I've said that in the other videos, probably not, but when you love, you probably find ways to be similar to that person. You find ways to give to that person, and you're not expecting anything back in return. And it feels as though you are gonna find in that relationship some sort of energetic exchange in which you're gonna give, and that person as well is gonna give, and this is gonna be like a good exchange in which you're not gonna feel conflictual. But I see some sort of friction here, I see some sort of frustration maybe, but overall this shouldn't make you panic or be sad, because I feel as though the people who are gonna be in this relationship specifically are, let's say, mature enough, or let's say have the proper discernment to sort stuff out, for them not to like spiral into the abyss, you know? So that means while you may have some disagreements with a person, I feel as though they're gonna be sorted out in the end, and that there is nothing for you to worry about in this relationship. So I've described you the relationship nature. That was basically a romantic interest here. Basically, sorry, not basically, but specifically it is a romantic interest. It doesn't feel like a friendship. Friendships were more like in the past, more in those cards that showed here, the Three of Cups, the Seven of Wands, something like this, like social connections and friendships. That was more of a proper description for a friendship or something like this. But let's say what's gonna be, let's draw the cards for relationship configuration and overall dynamics. That was gonna be basically more of an approach which I've highlighted in here. So be sure that basically this relationship is gonna knock you off a bit. Sorry, it's gonna knock you off balance. I see that in those cards. So yeah, I was fearing that those cards are gonna show up, but it's okay, let me explain. So the problem here with this relationship, but it's not as dramatic as a problem, but you're gonna be encountered with the fact that this person is not gonna be very committed in the beginning, and I guess that's all right, because we got here the Hierophant in reverse. I see you at first like having all the information and like seeing that coming from like a mile, something like this. You having the experience when you're not in the relationship yet. I see you giving an assessment of this relationship and being, okay, so I know what I can expect from that person. I may like them, I may be interested in them, but I know the triggers or maybe the problems that may arise. That is gonna be in the beginning of your relationship, and the problem comes here with the fact that in the beginning of the relationship, as you enter in it, you're gonna be swept off your feet. I guess that's the combination of words. Why? Because the High Priestess is in reverse, and I see all that knowledge, all that perception being covered maybe by emotions, and you like losing a bit your ground. You could be attached to that person. That person could evoke in you the Moon card, meaning that you could have lots of stuff surfacing in that relationship. Let's continue on. You see, I feel that person being interested in you in the end, but they may be playing, like I see them not wanting to show at first affection, something like this. Yeah, I don't know why, but those cards are just basically showing me this. I see that being a roller coaster relationship. Sorry, I'm so rambly. It's probably because of emotions, but the relationship that is gonna be linked to the not mage but magician is gonna be basically a roller coaster for you, and maybe this relationship is gonna be a growth factor for you. I have the slight impression that you're both gonna grow up in this relationship. You're gonna, I don't like the word grow up because it's like a bit offensive. It feels offensive to me. But what I'm trying to say that, I've heard that relationships sometimes are meant to uncover the stuff that is deep within us. And I see you growing or evolving or having that evolution aspect in that relationship in which you're going to be establishing peace and clarity together with that person. And that's very rare because as I'm being reminded here with the Hermit card on the bottom of the deck and the Sun, I usually see that happening. I usually see the progress and the conclusions being made separately. I see those aha moments and the insights while people are exiting, unfortunately, from a relationship. Your case seems to be very different. Your case seems to be you having those discussions and you having those honesty moments with that person, and you being basically able to work things out together and not separately. Like, not separately, as I see usually people not finding common ground or being mutually triggered and leaving the relationship because it was too much. I see in that pile that specific, let's say, potential for the relationship to be mutually progressive, in which you trigger me and I trigger you, and we both open up and are vulnerable about the aspects that have made the relationship like go like rocky, go sometimes bad. But with the King of Cups, as I said, this is a general reading. That means you're gonna be with a person having those discussions. You could have a mediator, you could have a therapist that's gonna be like mediating those conflicts, finding the solutions. But I have a strong sense that this relationship is gonna be a significant one, is gonna be sometimes very enjoyable, sometimes very rocky. But you having the Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups and the King of Cups here in the reading signals to me the fact that this relationship has the potential to fit you well, especially with the Queen of Cups in reverse. You could have that person finally being the one who you believe to be deserving of you. So yeah, that was your reading. I really hope it resonated. I hope this has made you feel better for the fact that you have like an outlook in the future and that your expectations are all right, and that you should basically continue on with them and not give the chances or waste your time with people who are not worthy of you. So yeah, I guess that was all. That was all about your reading. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like if you enjoyed what you saw. If it fits you, as I said, if the description fits you, that's the high chances are all I've said here approximately or in a very high percentage is as well applicable to you. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna be moving to the next pile. Make sure to subscribe to see more content like this. And yeah, good luck with those relationships, and see you soon. Bye. Hello and welcome to the reading second pile, the ones of you who've chosen the lapis stone. So I want to begin with the fact that yeah, that is a general reading. I'm probably gonna say that 100 times per minute, but let's say that is gonna be the description. Those three cards are gonna be your description. If it fits, then this is your pile. And the question was, who's gonna come into your life? So already that's a very interesting combination of cards, relationships, and yeah, card correlations. So the Four of Cups is a person, like the traditional interpretation for the card is a very reclusive person, could be even depressive. With the moon card as well, I see you probably being haunted a bit by your either past, either that or your mental health, or being in a state of mind or state of being that is very like, this card is signaling apathy, as well as this card being stuck a bit in the past, or stuck on stuff that has happened in the past. I see you as being very like quiet in those specific periods of time. I see you being like could be isolating. You could be a person who is sitting at home or staying at home, or isolating in the sense that you don't like going out with friends, with people in general, and you like to stay at home. Or you could be the person who is resting. Could be in a period of your life in which you are calling upon some, like your being is calling for rest, for a vacation, for like a retreat, for some time alone, or for some time in order for you to process your past. There is something heavy here in this second pile. I feel as though this second pile has gone through some stuff, and that has marked you somehow, and it's really difficult for you to like move on. Yeah, so that was quite a depressive description, but I don't sense here like you are a bad person, or no matter what happened here in the past, I don't sense you as being a ill-intended person. I see that pile as being a person who is just very misunderstood, basically a person who's gone through some stuff and some people's behaviors that made it seem like you are the victim, or you are to blame, but in fact that's not the case, or you were not meaning to do anything bad, something like this. Yeah, that's a very strange description, but it is what it is, those cards. So overviewing the next question, if that resonated, then the next is gonna resonate as well. So who is coming into your life? I'm gonna be drawing the cards that are gonna signify either the person, or person description, or how they are gonna come into your life, or what's like, just basically scanning your surroundings. Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so that's generally very peculiar as a message, but okay. So there are definitely, I see here, two people coming into your life, and those people being represented by the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands in reverse. For some reason, I feel as though you are right now seeking a connection, or a person who is able to connect with you on an intellectual level. I see that with the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So the Ten of Pentacles suggests to me that either you'll be introduced by a family member or by some trusted friends, or you're gonna be like in a family situation, family meeting, or something like this, in which you're gonna be meeting those people, like the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords. I basically don't like the fact that they are in reverse, and that's like, I see you having intellectual connection with the Queen of Swords in reverse, but that's gonna be something very intuitive that I'm gonna be saying right now. But I see you as closing off here in the description, and that me being mirrored back with the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords in reverse. I feel as though this pile needs to like open up, and the moment they're gonna open up, some new relationships are gonna show up in their immediate presence. Like, who is coming into your life? These two people seem as well in some element closed off, either closed off from the world or closed off from you specifically. Or that could mean that you set lots of boundaries, lots of walls that prevent people from entering your space. That's very... I want to see what else is gonna show up here in the reading so that I can clarify. Okay, so there is that's gonna be pertaining not so much to the question of the reading, but I feel called to say that phase here that I've described, that if it resonates, then that means you're gonna have the lowest point, like hitting the lowest point in which things are gonna seem bad or things are gonna seem pessimistic. I feel here this is for a specific group of people. You may be meeting other people, like-minded people, or you could be meeting in a group in which you're gonna recover together. But I see that as being ended, like by fate or by the universe with the wheel of fortune. I see that coming to an end. I see you finally reaching that point in which you're no longer in that state of being or state of mind. You see, it's very difficult for me. I'm trying to draw the cards for a person specifically, but so long I found here 3 people, but these people seem to me like either not interested or you're not interested or something like this, because it's so confusing. It feels as though you're that person who is like either the philosopher who is always in pain or the misunderstood, like artist or something like this. And it's really hard for people to connect or to find that merging bridge, and it feels as though that's the problem here. Like this second pile, the reading not so much wanted to highlight the people who are coming into your life, but the fact that the reason for people not reaching into your life is somehow related to that state of being that is trying to surface here in the description. Okay, so I got here the Emperor card, the Three of Cups, and the King of Wands in reverse. So I'm not gonna be ascribing here genders, but I see finally in the reading someone showing up here with some sort of either strong interest towards you or a decent person who is showing here in the reading as the Emperor. So this could be a person who you may find randomly either at let's say, I don't know how you're gonna be meeting because you don't like maybe you're not very eager to like go out, but the moment in which you're gonna have fun, that could be party, whatever. But as I said, it doesn't seem so. Like with these cards, you don't seem like a party person, but it could be like very spontaneous. You could meet that person, and them being the King of Wands, they could be temperamental. They could be very charismatic, but they could be very temperamental at the same time. I'm not sure yet if that's friendship, romantic interest, what kind of... Let's see, what's the dynamic? Oh, yeah, that was a bit of a description, but let's follow up with some more descriptions. So that person will stand off in some way. That person could be as well a loner wolf. And that person could as well have some similar qualities to you, in which they may be, yeah, as I said, lone wolf. So yeah, you could meet your match somehow in that direction. Doesn't mean you're the lone wolf, or but it's pertaining to this aspect of the reading. So the description is of a person who is very like standoff as well, standoffish from the general demographic here. The Ace of Pentacles could mean that you will notice that person, you'll definitely see them coming, or you'll definitely see them either approaching you or them offering some sort of signs of interest. I'm always adding the s. So that person could as well sometimes hold themselves back here with this card, like showing uh, interest, and then withholding or going back or seeing if people somehow reacted to that or responded. Like I don't see that person like giving, and if you don't give or show them affection in return, they may be losing interest. Like they're testing the waters and are looking for signs of interest, and if you're not there, then they're out. So that was more of a description for your person. So let's see what's gonna be the nature of the relationship. So I see with the Tower card in reverse, you having lots of things in common. I'm yet not sure if that's romantic interest or not, but it feels as though you are gonna be having lots of common ground with that person. You're gonna have like shared experiences, like from that description. You're gonna have stuff in similar when it comes to how your life has shaped you and that person. I don't like that. I don't like that combination of cards, because on one hand we got the Ten of Cups and on the other we got the Knight of Pentacles. So it feels as though, yeah, this relationship feels like a romantic interest. um, why am I saying that with such a disappointment? Yeah, so what's the nature of the relationship? Watch out for that relationship, because that person could, with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, could show signs of not being committed. And I see you being very interested or either very happy about this relationship, and that person being with one foot in and one foot out, and I don't like that. Like in something could happen and that person like being, I'm no longer interested in the relationship or something like this. But give me the nature of the relationship once more, so that I can give those people who are watching something tangible, something specific. So good news and bad news as well, as usual, sorry. As well as usual, whatever. So you're definitely gonna have fun with that person. I see that in the reading. So I definitely see you enjoying your time. I definitely see you gaining something from that relationship. But please, please be on the watch out, because I got here the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Devil, the Moon in reverse. The Moon in reverse is a good sign overall, because this relationship could show the stuff that you don't know about yourself. With the Knight, that's like the bad news, in which I don't feel that relationship being very stable. I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope this is a general message and this is not gonna be about you, the one who's watching. But I see you gaining some sort of either insight or personal gain from that relationship as you exit it. Like it doesn't seem to be like a very stable one. I don't see those person's intention as being like permanent or something like this. I see you just having fun together or just enjoying the relationship as it lasts, and then you basically drifting off and that person drifting off, and like you finding your what you liked or disliked or what you want and don't like in the future with the help of this relationship. I can't make my mind up. This is also the good news could be that you may see what's wrong first. You may be the person who is like anticipating the fall or something like this, but I definitely see you having fun with that person, definitely enjoying your time with them. If your intention for this reading is to find a person with whom you're gonna find some sort of happy times, have fun and something like this, then yeah, that's a good message. If you're wanting for something very strong and long lasting and whatever, I'm sorry to bring you the bad news here. Like, this is not the case with those cards, because yeah, if you're wanting something very stable, what you should do, you should work basically on your fears. You should basically bring an element of stability and control back into your life. That means purifying those aspects of your description, like working on yourself somehow, like discovering your triggers, discovering your inner world, and purifying or becoming conscious of your patterns, you know. That's very funny, but if you are gonna set that intention to basically want a stable relationship, if you're gonna aim for something very long term, I see that as being possible, but I don't see you wanting this right now, and I see you like roaming around, probably like trying different stuff, different things, and yeah, that's, if that's what you want, then I guess that's all right. It's perfectly tailored for you if you want, if you've set the intention to be, for it to be as you want it to be. So yeah, I'm just saying here with those cards that this relationship could be rocky, but enjoyable in the process, at least not pertaining to the long term. Yeah. So I wanted to draw some cards on relationship configuration and overall dynamics of, or the meaning of the relationship. So I see you like breaking some sort of routine with our relationship. I see you like finally leaving your comfort zone or something like this. I see you gaining, like, I see that in relationship bringing you some sort of excitement or emotions, or could make you feel special, something like this. The person that I've mentioned here. Like, I see you being giving or having a relationship in which you can give to somebody. Like, that's what I feel here in these cards. Like, the message here is so split and contradictory at the same time. And it's funny because, as you can see here, the King of Cups is in reverse. So it's gonna be rocky, but with the Sun it's gonna be like those moments in which you're gonna turn back or watch those in your memories and like be, yeah, I'm grateful at least that in that moment I had the best time of my life. And I see you like gathering those memories and being proud of them somehow, you know. That's what I see here in these cards. The relationship configuration is like you having a person with whom you can go out and like be excited about having a relationship, and you just enjoying your time. That's what I see here in these cards. What's an advice for this pile? For now, you should create some action or movement into your life. If you have friends, if you have past friends, close friends, or something like this, try to reconnect with them, try to bring them closer to you. Don't be closed off from the world. And if you want to start regaining that connection to the world in general, better start off with already what you have, that being the close relationships or relationships from your past or friendships from your past, because that is a card of past. That could also mean like some, that's for some of you. For others, in order for you to gain the activity or to get things back in movement into your life, you're gonna be having to unroot your past or to work with your past in order for you to like move from that card, like move from past frustrations or past mistakes or something like this. I need you to focus or to set your point of focus in the present, not so much in the past. You see, there are literally like three categories of people. One being focused in the past, like on regrets, like on nostalgia, on things that went wrong and things that I could have fixed. There are the other extremities in which extremities. The other extreme is the people who are projecting themselves in the future and being fearful or fearing the future and what's gonna come next. And those are not people who are living in the present. So the middle way is the people who are gonna live in the present and be free of past or future and enjoy the moment. I see that relationship I've described here as dragging you in the present somehow. But yeah, if that resonates, then basically you should do some sort of inner work and that will help you shift your focus from the past in the present. Like this pile is specifically focused in the past and they need to ground themselves in the present moment so that they can enjoy their life and not be so much focused on past regrets, mistakes, frustrations, or things that have happened to them in the past. Yeah, so much repetition that it almost annoys me, my words. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. That was your reading. That was the general outlook on who's coming into your life. I saw that here as being a romantic interest as well. So once again, leave a like if it resonates, if it has brought some clarity on your situation. I'd be very grateful to see that it has helped you. And comment below to see, like, to know your story if you'd like to share with me and with the people who are gonna watch it, because maybe if it will make you feel better, like, drop your story there and we'll see how, if it helps you, like, really release those states of being or states of mind, whatever it is. And subscribe to see more, I guess. That's all. Thank you so much for watching and hopefully see you in the next videos. Bye. Hello and welcome to the reading third pile. The ones of you who've chosen the picture Jasper. Who is coming into your life? Description of you, 3 cards. If the description resonates, then read the rest. Listen to the rest of the cards because it's gonna be about you. This is a general reading and expect that there are maybe things that are not gonna be 100% about you, but overall it should be helpful. So the third pile are the people who are focusing on the future, like you are very fearful or anxious about the future or what the future holds. You could be a person that or who is making lots of plans or lots of schematic ideas in which you are gonna basically succeed. I see you having like a frustration with the future, like what does the future hold for me, something like this. I see you like trying to desperately avoid some sort of scenario, like being on the lookout, like with the owl card, like being very, very sharp and vigilant about some sort of scenario that you'd like to avoid in the future, because that's gonna be for a select number of people, but something happened in the past that has made you feel defeated, that has made you feel like no way, I can't repeat that, I can't let that happen again. And you have created that sort of mechanism in which you're gonna be looking in the future and finding all the bad things, or how can things go bad and what way they can go that way, you know. Sorry, that was a combination of words. I have to remind myself that I'm not reciting here a poetry, so yeah. Why am I getting so mixed up in my words? I don't know. But I see you like not being present. I see you being focused in the future. I see you could be as well very knowledgeable. With this card, you could be very intellectual. You could be very mentally driven or mentally focused right now in your life. And you could be very focused on achievements. You could be an achiever personality, or you could be a person who derives their value on the things that they do. And somehow your value um, is not derived from what you are and what you are being or who you are, and it's more derived on what you're doing, your doings. So that pile could be the people who are not feeling like, if you're not achieving something in life, or if you don't have money or something like this, then you could feel like you're not enough, like you're not doing enough, or like there is something wrong with me, or that I'm not good enough, or that I'm not worthy enough if I'm not focused on achieving stuff. Yeah, that was your description. Yeah, that was not very, let's say, brightening, but we'll see how we can work this out. So if that was you, then continue on watching. The next question is gonna be, who is coming into your life, and maybe their description. I'm gonna be asking the cards, basically scanning your surroundings first. I did that with the first pile and it went very well. So first of all, I want to tell you that you're so focused on working that you're not seeing anything else in your surroundings. So there is a Page of Cups in your surroundings that is showing signs of interest towards you. And you not having the time and basically saying, brushing them off and saying, I don't have time for this, leave me alone. I don't have the time and the energy and commitment for your relationship right now, or I just don't want to. Some of you are going to be that way. And the Justice card in reverse, what can that mean? I'm curious. So you give me as well a vibe that your surroundings could be like very active, but you being closed off, that doesn't offer quite a lot of room for you to be accessible for a relationship. That's what I feel here in these cards. I see you being either a very, let's say, eye-catching person with the World card in reverse, and I don't know what's... You can say that the card signifies other stuff. I interpret cards on the context. And the World card is exposure for me. It's being in the spotlight even though sometimes you don't want it, and you attracting a lot of attention. And despite you attracting a lot of attention, I don't see you like giving accessibility to people who show interest. And I see that a lot of people, maybe actually, a lot of people, like not a multitude in which I'm like... though I can't really say, like, the key factor here, the key information is the fact that you're not available. That's what I feel in these cards, like you're not available for these people. No matter how many they are, because I don't want to number them on my fingers, basically. But you could be also very... very strict. Is that the word? Ruthful? I don't know. I see you as being very strict and very cold when it comes to relationships or who you are letting in your life. I want to draw some other cards with the person who is gonna show up here, or if they are gonna show up here. Like, I only see those people who are gonna show up. I see some particular individual being very brave and being very, let's say, straightforward and not afraid of rejection, who is gonna like barge into your life, something like this. Okay, that's very strange. So I see a person barging in or breaking into your life. I see you not giving them a chance with the Ace of Wands. That's like a warning, and basically you having a broken heart afterwards. That's very weird. Why is the broken heart here? You see, I sense here with this card, like, you may want a partnership, but at times your expectations or your mind or your thoughts about how things should go and shouldn't go can sometimes like leave you alone, leave you lonely and with a broken heart here. Okay, so I'm a bit tired of these scanning of the surroundings because it's very general and sometimes it's very difficult for me to find something specific. But let's just not play around and give me the description of the person who is coming into their life. Okay. So that's gonna be that's the description of the person who's coming into your life. And it's a very controversial description, but it's as well a split message. Like, I see here so many messages with those cards that I don't know which one to start. First of all, the devil as a person is a very seductive person. That could mean that this person is very, like, let's say, attractive, seductive in the sense that they might have the physical beauty, the charisma, or they might have like some very, very, very attractive traits that will make you like, some people may crave that person. That's what they see. But at the same time, we got here the Nine of Swords. That could mean or signal to me the fact that this person could be very insecure, as well as this person could be very, like, on one hand showing something in the exterior world, and when they are on their own they could be very fearful, afraid, and insecure in themselves, and not want to show that, or keeping that secret basically to themselves. Other message is telling me that you're gonna be like hooked to that person, like somehow you're gonna be attached to that person, and that's what I see here with the devil card, and you're maybe so attached that it hurts, like with the Nine of Swords. Other message, like, see what it resonates here, but I feel as though this combination of who's coming here has the potential to like fork in so many ways. But some of you, this person could be very, very good in one domain, or very, very worthy or valuable in one thing, and could have just as equally detrimental qualities in themselves. For example, they could be very committed in the relationship, but at the same time they could be just as well possessive. So they could be very in the relationship, but they could be very controlling or something like this, and jealous, for example. They may love you very dearly and to their heart, but they may place like literal sorry, not literal, but metaphorical chains on the relationship, in which they might be suspicious or something like this. At the same time, I see here love in that relationship, but it being a very strange love in which you're gonna feel like hooked or addicted to that person with the devil card. Some of you are gonna feel like you can lean on that person. I see that person carrying some sort of burdens alongside with you, and giving you a helping hand when it comes to your difficulties. But that comes with some sort of like inclusion, like you give me that, I give you that, and you give me something in return. The moon card in reverse as a person could be someone who is recovering. Like, the positive stuff here is the fact that this person is genuinely interested in recovering or wanting to like get better. I don't see that person being stuck on those qualities. Like, I see some room for improvement with the moon card in reverse. So what else you can tell me about this person's description? Okay, so we got here the lilies card. The blank card, I want to say this person could be very unpredictable. You could not literally predict what's their next move. This could as well be this could be a narcissistic person, I'm sorry. That's what I see here with the lilies card. At the same time, this person could be very good at having a public display, like how they show themselves to the world and taking care of themselves. But I see them very high maintenance, and sometimes that's gonna like a bit annoy you. That's what I see here. Very strange combination of cards. So I wanted to ask if there is someone else who's coming into your life. I see someone observing. I see someone observing you or trying to like gain an upper perspective of you, but I don't see them having a chance here, basically. I see that as being an interference with a relationship that I've described previously, and I feel as though this person is not gonna have the chance or the open window for them to like come into your life. Yeah, that's what I see in regards to like who is coming into your life. Let's dive into some details on. Yeah, I've given you the nature of the relationship. That also seems to be a romantic interest, just like other pile. But let's see, with a person that is being represented by the Nine of Swords and the Devil and the Nine of Wands in reverse, let's see the dynamic of the relationship. And let's see whether that relationship is worth it. That's gonna be the dynamic of the relationship. So this relationship is gonna be basically passion driven. With the King of Pentacles, it could be as well a relationship of mutual interest. But in the beginning, it could be like this in the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, like that spark or that passion that comes at the beginning of the relationship that unifies or makes people come together. And the Empress. So let's draw some more for me to be very specific. So the relationship as per general is gonna be, I see some sort of stability here despite the Knight of Wands showing up first. I see some sort of element of predictability. Despite what I've told you, I sense this relationship as being in the insides of it, or how the things operate. Yeah, this person is gonna be unpredictable. You will not know what you can expect from them, but the overall direction of the relationship is gonna be known to you. So there is that element of stability. Or I see that you're gonna be basically living together, though, as I said, or I don't know, that's good. The relationship could be triggering for some of you. So that was the nature of the relationship. Let me see. the nature, the meaning, and the overall dynamics. So I've repeated myself probably in other videos, but I see that relationship as being of yeah, it could be sometimes destructive, but overall it's gonna be like an evolutionary relationship. In what sense? That it's gonna bring stuff up to the surface in order for you to like work it out. And the meaning of the relationship as per general is gonna be for you to gain some sort of experience, knowledge, and insight, and probably even wisdom. Some For some of you, this relationship is gonna be like an experience for you to basically gain enough knowledge and understanding of what a relationship should look like for you personally, or what you can expect, or what you like, or what you don't like in a relationship in the future. I see you sorting things out for yourself, and that relationship being like a battleground in which you're gonna be extracting those insights. Yeah, I see you gaining the necessary insights. Like, no matter how bad or how difficult that relationship may be, I see that as a learning experience. Most of all, like, these cards are showing me like this. I'm sorry for those of you who are wanting a relationship that's only rose glasses. But yeah, maybe some relationships should be like this, and maybe I really hope. Yet I'm telling you all of this. I believe if it has shown itself in the reading, then there is a meaning for it, and no matter how difficult the messages may be, just know that in the end, all of these hardships are not in vain, and you're meant to extract some good stuff for you as a result of going through these relationships. That's what I see here in those cards. Probably as the other pile, at least in this relationship, you're not gonna feel as though you are bored, or it's gonna be at least fun for some of you. Like, I see you having passionate experiences with that person, and yeah, that's good. Like, if anything, that's just a stepping stone for your preferences being actualized. So thank you so much for watching. That was your reading. Make sure to like if it resonated, comment below, as well as subscribe if you want to see more. And once again, thank you so much for being here with me. I'm gonna be moving on to the next one. Bye. Hello and welcome to the reading fourth pile. The ones of you who've chosen the Snowflake Obsidian. First three cards, I wanted to say cups, are gonna be representing your description. And if that description fits you or represents you the best, then it means that the rest of the reading is also for you. So the message here is as usual, as specific as possible. So you are disappointed right now with the Five of Cups. Something happened that has made you like wanna move on, and really quick. Like, you're so wanting to move on from that situation that you're almost impatient about it. And it feels as though with the dog card in reverse, you have committed, or you have given your attention or your like vote for some person who doesn't deserve it, or you feel it like this at least. So lots of disappointment here, lots of regret, or lots of if I knew that, I'd probably make completely other stuff in the past. Or sorry, I'm exhausted a bit. If it feels like this pile is telling me, like, if I were to know this would end like that, this relationship or this situation will end like that, then I would probably made a different decision if I were to like travel back in time. Something like this. Like I see here like an not like embarrassment or shame, but like I'm so like annoyed or so frustrated by that mistake I've made with that person or that situation, with my commitment to that person, that I wish I can turn time back and revert everything and basically not, like I see frustration, anger here, could be even like resentment towards a person. Okay, let's not hyper fixate on that. Let's go and continue on with the description, either description of the person or scanning your surroundings as per general, like seeing what's happening or who is coming into your life right now. Let's see. So right off the bat, the Ace of Pentacles, you're not ready for the next relationship. You're not ready to open your heart again. It feels as though you yet need to take your time and to like rest, and could be even irritated or like annoyed or very emotionally in a place that's very volatile or explosive, and you need some time to yourself to like sort things out, like with this past experience. I see you handling that state of your emotional being with another like responsibility or with other responsibilities as well. You could be a very busy person, by the way. You could also have lots of people that are approaching you that have, and you know that they have like very, let's say, not serious intentions. Like these people could be very only interested perhaps in your appearance and nothing more. And it feels, sorry, I've just bitten my tongue. It feels like you're done. Like I don't even wanna entertain those relationships. So the surroundings show me that you need time to heal and that you're not very open to relationships. Though you have clicked on this video, and that means there is definitely someone who is coming into your life. And let's see who is that person. Let's see that person's description. That could be a very grounded person. That is a person who is very with their feet on the ground, and they are not. They could be very skeptical. They could be very pragmatic in life. They could be very materially oriented. Like this person is not in the sky when it comes to like how stuff works. Yeah. The moon in reverse signifies for me the fact that this person has lots of experience. This person has managed to like gain lots of life experience in which they have seen lots of stuff, and that has made them be extra careful or be extra perceptive to the things that happen around them. What else you can tell me about? Okay, so that person is basically a lone wolf. That person could be singular, or they could be like very standoff from the crowd. They could have capacity or inclination for isolation, contemplation of matters, philosophical matters or intellectual matters, something like this. This person is definitely not the gang or the group person. They are like not willing to give company to everybody. They are very selective about who they let into their life. Okay, I don't know who is watching this fourth pile, Snowflake Obsidian, but very heavy energies with you and with that person. I see that person having so many experiences or so much insight or wisdom that they have basically lost hope in love as per general. And it's funny because you're gonna meet your match here with those beliefs. Like you are gonna feel like this person knows or does exactly the same things like you do, as a description. Like this person could be even pessimistic or so philosophical that they have lost touch with what it feels like to love sincerely, or to basically lose hope in love, as I said, per general. Like they may not, they may lose hope in the fact that true love exists at all. That's what I feel here. Let's draw some more cards on the description. So I see that person struggling in the past or having like lots of formative experiences, and in the present that has made them like close off emotionally and enter their intellectual side. That's what I feel here with these cards. Like they might believe that emotions are weaknesses, or that they're that the most virtuous quality of humans are the fact that we have the intellectual understandings, or intellectual understanding, or the intellectual capacity to rationalize, and that makes us superior. Something like this. This is so funny because I've never in my life saw something more specific. I've never in my life seen something more specific here in this reading. In a reading, sorry. I'm a bit exhausted, and it and those energies are so like it's almost like black and white, as you can see here. Like only yellow, like see, gray and black, white and black, something like this could be related to you as well. Like this pile reminds me of some sort of black and white, very deep and thoughtful like movie, something like this. Like psychological movies that make you think and that make you like question stuff. This pile is so heavy, like it's no mistake that you chose the snowflake obsidian, it being as well a black card, it's a black stone. That pile is basically no BS, no superficial stuff, or no nonsense type of people here. That's even you, and that's even the person who is gonna be basically coming into your life. I see you connecting intellectually, something like this, like connecting through, forming a bridge with that common shared suffering or turmoil or something like this. You forming a bridge based upon that. You having a relationship connection with those qualities together. That was hell of a specific message, and let's move on to the next one. I've given you their description, your description, the nature of the relationship. So let's see overall as well, like this is a romantic interest. This at first might seem like a friendship or like a common ground, some sort of relationship, but I feel the majority is gonna be you know that this is a romantic interest, but officially it's not somehow. Like I know there is something romantic here involved, but we'll pretend both that this is not happening. Yeah, that's what I feel here in this reading. What's gonna be the nature of the relationship, though I've told you that you're gonna form that connection based on beliefs or something like this. So you're gonna have those moments in which you're gonna say, yeah, we are so alike, we are so similar, our experiences are so similar, we're both so disappointed in feeling or in emotions and believe that emotions are for weak, something like this, that you should be in charge of your emotions, like you're gonna have lots of similarities. Like I can't, like these readings are gonna be, this pile is very interesting. You're gonna share that intellectual understanding that, or belief that love is like non-existent or something like this. You'll love to like delve into those stuff with that person. those stuff, these stuff, sorry, whatever. So this is already so funny, like I can't even. The nature of the relationship feels to me like it's not apparent that it's gonna be like a feeling based thing, but it's shared on, yeah, Ace of Swords, perfect. Like it's discussions, it's debates, is could be even discussions related to how is your life going, how are you resting enough, are you like, this person could be genuinely interested in like your well-being, and they may be worried sometimes that whether you are resting enough, whether you are, I see some sort of concern here with this card. Like I see that person being concerned about you not overworking yourself as well. Yeah, the nature of the relationship seems to be like one thing it's in the shadows, and officially it's completely another. And yeah, just I guess enjoy, but interesting. So let's move on. Let's move on to the next. So let's ask some more, for some more cards on the nature of the relationship. I'm just curious to see why the common ground is so pervasive as a message here. It's weird. You may even have similar like fears, you may have even similar character traits. I see that pile having like a person who is let's say you're standing off from the crowd, and that person as well is standing off from the crowd. But when you're together, when you're coming together in like a relationship, it being whatever, then suddenly I see you having lots of similarities. I see you having lots of similar emotional configurations when it comes to this relationship, and I see you having similar struggles together. Like, yeah, that's a very interesting message, because I've never seen such same soul or same or equal energies being reflected back. That's almost like suspicious. Let's move on to the next question. And the next question is, what is the relationship configuration and overall dynamics or the meaning of the relationship? So dynamics and configuration I have already covered somehow, but let's see what's the meaning of this relationship. So you're given someone who is able to like change, progress, and move together in one direction, and you not having to do that on your own. Finally, you having like that person to whom you can turn and be like, we are together in this. Like I see an element of loneliness being like changed. I see that element of lone wolf and whatever being finally released with this card. Yeah. Or I see you at least sharing both struggles and it being not so unbearable. Finally. Yeah. What else can you tell me about the meaning of this relationship? So, as well, this is gonna sound very like weird and controversial, but remember I told you that this pile and this person who is watching right now is gonna be recovering from relationships in general. Like, I see you not being ready to commit yet, and finally that person coming into your life and saying, you don't have to commit. We have lots of things in common and I'm not going anywhere if you don't wanna commit to me. Like, I see you having a relationship in which you don't have to be stressed out about the commitment level of that relationship, if that makes sense. I just see you having someone by your side, and having them by your side and it not being necessarily linked to the we are in a relationship tag, or how do you call it? Not tag, label. Yeah. So you can have someone and not have the relationship label. You can have someone not feel lonely and still not have the relationship label, if that's what you want to like achieve or have in your life, or if that was something that has bugged you, like has been on your mind, and how can I not be lonely, and at the same time how can I be with someone but not in a traditional relationship type of mainstream way of how people are doing it. So I see you being suspended in that relationship in which you may be not fully there, and I see that person as well, like not being stressed out about you not being there, and I see them being accessible when you are accessible and vice versa. I don't see here like complaints, or I don't see here unmet expectations in which you've disappointed that person that they're not with you. Yeah, I don't see that here, and I see a fair exchange of relationships, fair exchange of interests that are not labeled as a traditional relationship in which you call them your partner, but still there is still that mutual appreciation present, mutual recognition and appreciation in both of you, for both of you, in both of you, whatever. What else can you tell me about the maybe dynamics? I've covered that, but I'm curious what will fall here in the oracle cards. If you in the past were the person who was taking care of the relationship, or being like, I have to sustain that relationship no matter what, and if I'm not gonna sustain it, then it basically will die away. Congratulations, that is gonna be over with this person. You're not gonna feel like you have to give so much. Okay, so the blank card could be the element of surprise here. I feel as though you could be pleasantly surprised by that person, or this person could be making some moves, or you may have some interactions with that person who are gonna be catching you off guard, and like you're gonna be grateful, or like you're gonna be pleasantly surprised here. I don't know why two women here are in reverse, which is funny because I've never had that happen specifically in that context before. So the Fox card is in reverse and the Sun card is upright. So that could mean that this person has lots of other duties or other people to attend to in their life, but that doesn't mean that they're not gonna be giving to you. That's what I see here in these cards. Like, despite them having their life to be like going, or to give the energy or their time to something else than you, I see them making that equal exchange in which you're yeah, they're gonna be probably busy a lot. That's okay to admit here with those cards, but I see them, no matter how busy they are, I see them showing interests, so showing interest towards you no matter what. That's what I sense here with these cards. So give me an advice for this pile. So specifically for this pile is gonna be you're meant to drop lots of responsibilities that are not yours, with the bear card in reverse. I see you as carrying lots of burdens that are not yours. I see you being concerned for people that are not either not asking probably or are not in need for your concern, and it feels as though this energy is misdirected, or it feels as though you'd benefit a lot by you taking care of yourself first and you closing that circle of interest, making it more like tight. Like I'm gonna be I'm gonna be much more self-loving and self-centered or self-concerned, rather than like split my energy or my time into other people's lives. Center on yourself, on self-love, and this card is for me a card of beauty. That means taking literal care of your beauty. Like, if you are the person who is not usually going to the salon, go to the salon. That's like your confirmation. Make your nails, make everything, like work on everything that is related to self-care, and drop everything else that's related to like other people, because I'm sure they are gonna manage their lives somehow. But for you, it's gonna be a very good improvement if you were to be focused on yourself right now. Thank you so much for watching. That was quite the reading. That was a very fun reading. Be sure to leave a like if it resonated, if it has helped you or has given you some sort of clarity in regards to your question or to the advice information that you've gathered here. My aim is not only to answer your question, but as well help you gain some sort of insight that would propel you in life and to give you a direction to where you want to go and help you achieve what you desire. So once again, thank you so much for being here with me. Subscribe to see more, comment below how it resonated. You can drop your story there and we'd all be grateful to see and hear you. And yeah, once again, stay safe and take care of yourself. Make that a priority. And I'm gonna be seeing you in the next videos, hopefully. So take care and bye.